People are always like, when do you get a job? I literally can't. By the time I'm done with 9 a.m. Pilates, then I go on like a 45-minute to an hour-long walk. Then I get an iced latte. Then I go home and do like my shower and skincare routine. By the time I'm done with all of that, it is noon. So I simply cannot.
Welcome to The Wall. In today's video, we'll see several single mothers who, through their own actions, explain why many men decide to get divorced. From the one who destroys her husband's car with their daughter in her arms, to the one who says she feels happy being a single mother because that way she no longer has to be responsible for her ex-husband. We want that like button to explode. Help us reach the goal of 1,000 likes on this video. Leave your comment with your experience and wisdom. We always highlight the best comment for the community. Subscribe, and let's get started.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but it's just how I feel. Being a single divorced mom of one is elite. I get 50% of custody of my daughter, so when I am with her, I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not overstimulated. I love bath time. I love reading stories. I love going to the parks. I love changing diapers. I love all of it. And then when she's with her dad, I get my pre-baby life back. I get my freedom back. I get my autonomy back. I get to go hang out with my friends and not worry about a babysitter or how to even get out of the house in general. I get to sleep in. I get to sit on the couch and watch however many episodes of Love Island I want with nobody bothering me or telling me otherwise. I was so miserable in my marriage, and I was really, really struggling with the idea of having like a broken family. And, it just got to a point where like there was no other option. Like we had to separate, and I was really, really concerned. But now that like the divorce is finalized, we're settled in our new schedule, I'm like, oh my God, why didn't we think of this sooner? It's so much better.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
This confirms what many men say nowadays. Most women don't want to be wives. They want the wedding and the ring, but they prefer to remain single within the marriage because many don't want the responsibility of the household. She says she's happy as a single mother. And of course, how can you argue with that? She has most of the custody, receives monthly payments from the father, and if the divorce was with a man who had good assets, she probably took 50% plus child support, and in some cases even alimony. Now she has money, fewer responsibilities, and feels happy. Because responsibility is kryptonite for women.
Stop.
It's terrifying,
Stop.
man.
Just breaking my car. They're right there. This is what she's doing. You want to break your window? Good. Good.
It's just scary, G. There's men out here that are staying in these situations. If she's acting like this in front of her child, is she really for you, homie? This is why I tell you guys all the time, find a wife, man. Pick and choose wisely and understand that these women can tear your life apart. And I know there's men out here that don't believe that until it happens to them. There are women that are crazy, homie. Women that will tear you right down and put your ass right in prison. No questions asked. They don't have any remorse. Pick and choose wisely, homie. Find a woman of God. It's the best piece of advice I can ever give you, man. Find a woman who proves to you that she brings her problems to God, that she talks to God, that you guys build your relationship with God. It's the only way, homie. It's the only way. There's men out here that are trying to make these 304s housewives. It ain't gonna happen, G. If she's acting like this, homie, it's gonna be nothing but destruction. Nothing but drama and stress and something you shouldn't be dealing with the rest of your life, G. It ain't no joke. This shit ain't no joke.
Oh, hell no!
Absolutely, brothers. There's a Bible verse that says, "A wise woman builds her home, but a foolish one tears it down with her own hands." And brother, let me tell you, not all women were born to be wives, much less to be mothers. How could you possibly destroy the car of the man who was your partner? And worse, with the little girl in your arms. She could have been hurt, and clearly, she didn't care. If she doesn't care about her daughter, she's even less going to care about her husband. And the saddest part is that he can only take out his phone and record, because if he ever tries to touch her, even just to protect the girl, he ends up in jail. That's the unfair reality many men live. Stay safe, brother. Not all women build a home. some come to destroy it from within.
Women.
I really wish that more men realize that when women are talking about things like sexism and socialization and rape culture, this is about misogyny shaping our lives since the moment we were born and the daily reality of living in fear of violence. This shit is not just a political conversation. This is our lives. This isn't a fucking game or something that should be some sort of philosophical debate. A lot of times in online spaces, women can talk openly and truthfully about our realities without fear of physical retribution. And instead of listening, men choose to come into these spaces and call us liars or harass us more.
I forgot my wallet. You might have to use your card.
Oh, no, baby. We're going to have to turn back around and go back to the house.
For what?
I only wanted to come because I thought we was using your money. So we're going to have to make a U-turn, go back to the house, and get your wallet, and then we can go.
No. It's only $50. I'll pay for it. You are my man. You're supposed to pay for everything. Okay, well, I'm leaving then.
What?
I left my wallet.
Your wallet?
I left my wallet at home, yeah. So either we gonna get back there and wash dishes or, you know what I'm saying, you can pay for it real quick.
Me?
Yeah.
Pay for all this? You got 5 things.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I'm not paying that.
I got you.
You better call somebody to come bring your wallet. I'm not paying that.
What are you talking about? We drove an hour away to the restaurant. Come on now.
That's embarrassing. You want me to pay for your food?
What?
To you, your money is my money. My money is not your money, okay? That's how it works in this relationship.
Who gonna wash dishes because it ain't gonna be me? I'm not paying $50 for this.
Everybody's man is paying for them, and then you're sitting here leaving your wallet at home. Why would you leave your wallet at home? That's irresponsible.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
The first video shows a Western woman living in one of the most free countries in the world for women, yet she still feels oppressed by a patriarchy that doesn't exist. The system was designed precisely to protect her, to amplify her voice, even above the law in many cases. If she had been born in Afghanistan, in a Muslim country where she has to cover her entire body in black for the rest of her life, then she would have real reasons to talk about oppression. But no, she lives with total freedom and still feels like a victim. And about the women who get angry when asked to pay for a meal, those same women will never be by your side when you fall. What you're seeing here, brothers, is something every man should do at least once. Test his woman. Because if she disqualifies you as a man at the first test, she's showing you she's not someone you can build an empire with.
I think it's interesting how many women will come on social media and they'll say something about how their husband is being a crappy husband, and in the same breath, they'll say, but he's a good dad. But when will women start to realize if someone is not treating the mother of their children correctly, they're not treating you well, they actually are not being a good dad? Your daughter will marry someone like your husband. You can tell your daughter to have high standards, but if she sees her mom settling for crappy behavior, she'll do the same. And if you have a son, that man is not being a good father if he's not treating you well, because your son is going to go on and not treat women well. It is like one of the biggest lies. Anytime I hear someone say he's a good dad, but not a good husband. No, he is failing partially as a father if he is not treating his wife like a queen. I've seen this happen in families where everyone's like, oh, he was such a good dad, but he was like cheating on his wife the whole time. I have seen this in a family, and all of the daughters are now divorced because they married these crappy guys, because they had a terrible example in their father. Because if your husband is not a good husband to you, he is not a great father. He is just a bare minimum father standing in and being a dad. A good, great, exceptional father treats the mother of his children exceptionally.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
This is very hypocritical. They sell the idea that in every marriage the woman is an excellent wife who treats her husband like a king. But when a man is recognized as a good father, it's often because he's doing what's right despite not having a good wife by his side. And that's not all. Many daughters end up with losers, even though they had a good father present, not because they lacked a father figure, but because they grew up seeing a mother who was anything but a good wife. And what do they do afterward? They look for a weak man they can control, someone they can treat the way they saw their father being treated at home. But they don't say that, do they?
Stop normalizing your husband hating you. Stop it.
I see a handful of videos every single day of women on this app and the other being silly, being goofy, being themselves, and their husbands having just fucking disdain for them. And it's visible. I can see it. You can see it. She can see it. And it's just this like, ha ha ha, my husband finds me so annoying. No. If my husband is not obsessed with me, 99% of the time, I won't have him. Your spouse should not openly dislike your personality. They should not openly be annoyed by you. Like, yes, am I annoyed by my husband sometimes? Sure. But 99% of the time, I look at that man like he is the most prized possession in the world. And I 1,000% expect him to look at me the same way. If you ever catch my husband on camera looking at me the way some of these husbands look at their wives, divorce. Divorce immediately. Stop normalizing your husband openly hating you.
You know what makes me laugh about this? According to her, she has the perfect husband. He cleans, takes care of her, is loving, a good father, the whole package. And what does that man, who looks at her like she's the most precious thing in the world, get in return? Nothing. Because there's another video of hers where she says they go up to 3 months without having sex, and they even sleep in separate rooms. How the hell do you have the perfect man and don't even want to sleep with him? Do you know why this happens? Because many women say they want one thing, but they're attracted to the opposite. If a woman doesn't have that urge to touch you, to look for you several times a week, brother, that woman doesn't love you. She just wants a provider. She wants to say she's married. And for that, it's better to stay single. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. What is the clearest sign that a woman is not ready to build a home? Do you think a daughter repeats what she saw in her mother when choosing a partner? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Your support means the world to us and motivates us to create more content. Stay tuned for the next exciting video from the wall.